You never know who is going to pop by the Hits Hangout. Been following this guy for just over a year now, so this is pretty cool for me, bro. KNOX, welcome in.
What is going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Dude, I want to talk to you about your single, Not the 1975. I want to talk to you about the show coming up here in Denver. But first, I kind of want to just get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I've been following you from afar for about a year. I see that you're based out of Nashville.
Yes, sir.
So, Music City, how long you been there?
So I've been in Nashville since 2019. I moved. So I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
And I moved. Very beginning of 2019. So I've been there for a good minute.
Yeah. How are you enjoying Music City though?
Dude, it's the best. Nashville is my favorite place in the world, and especially coming from me. I'm a songwriter, man, and that's like songwriter central, bro.
No,
and
for real.
I can't get enough of it.
You know, I don't want to rub Denver the wrong way. They've been great to me. I've lived here for 2 years now. Spent my last 4 in Nashville.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Portland, Maine.
Okay.
So like far East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Denver's great too.
No, it is. Everybody here has been so kind.
Yeah.
And when you get the opportunity to work for iHeart, you can't say no.
Absolutely. I got family out here, so I've been out here a lot. It's a great place.
Man.
Yeah.
So Not the 1975. We were just talking before we went on the air here about how good the track does sound on Hits.
Thank you, man.
How does it feel to know that your track is spinning here in Denver?
Dude, it's crazy. It's actually mind-blowing just because when we made the song, it was me and one of my best friends, and when we made it, we were like, all right, let's make a song that is meant to be on the radio.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you go into the studio and you have these this song is going to do this, and then you put it out and it doesn't do exactly that. But this was the first song ever we were like, no, let's make we need the next Shut Up and Dance, Walk the Moon. Let's do something like that. And we kind of I feel like we just manifested it, and it came true. And so it did exactly what we were hoping it would do. So it's awesome, man. And especially, like I said, being from the middle of nowhere, Ohio, having your music heard on the other side of the country, and
Right.
it's something that I'm not sure I'll ever get used to it.
No, I sure hope you don't, because it's always, even as a host, when I get to talk up these songs and play them and hear myself and hear the record, it's always so much fun, no matter what.
Yeah, it's a blast.
So where does the idea for this record come about?
So basically, I had somebody, basically, long story short, I had somebody tell me that it's cool that you're a musician, but you're never going to be Matty Healy. That was
come on.
I know, that's what they said. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And so the very next day I came up with, it's funny because I came up with the line and the melody of this. She said, I like your confidence, but you're not the 1975. And I had that idea for 2 months.
Wow.
And I kept saying to my buddy, this guy, Spencer Jordan, who I write everything with, I kept telling him, I said, whatever this is a whole song. I was like, this one line is a whole song. We can make something around it. And so, that was exactly what we did. We went in with that one line and just kind of built this world around it.
It's so rad, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I love that. And now it's spinning across the country on iHeart.
Yeah.
And we have a big show coming up tomorrow at the Lost Lake Lodge.
Yeah.
Right now, I was on your website earlier, and I was trying to buy tickets for said show. Sold out.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
What? That's going to feel good.
It's wild, dude. It's really wild. It's just I never thought I would even be an artist.
Yeah.
My whole goal
Really?
was my whole goal was to be a songwriter. I just wanted to work in music. I just loved music, and I wanted to be around the atmosphere and the energy. And so I ended up signing as a staff writer for this company, and I was writing songs as my job, which was amazing. And then I made songs that they were like, "Hey, let's put one of these out," even though they were all supposed to be pitch songs. They were all supposed to be for other artists. And I was like, man, I don't know, dude. I was like, I don't really feel like I'm an artist. I kind of preferred to be the guy in the background.
Kind of just behind the scenes. Let me just come up and create stuff.
Yeah, it was like, dude, I just my job is to be creative, and that's it,
Right.
you know? And then they were like, well, let's just put out one, and if it does well, then we'll put out another one. I was like, all right. And then I put out my first song. It's called Sneakers. I don't know if you know.
I know that track real well, actually.
Yeah. And so, that one, needless to say, it did pretty well. And so everything just kind of snowballed out of control from there.
Well, Sneakers is how I first found you.
Really?
And
so you're real, dude.
I want to get into that, but Felicia, can you make sure we're rolling on both cameras just to be sure we're good? Okay,
Felicia's
so
got us.
I found you on social media, and I was like, oh, he's in Nashville. Sweet, let me give this guy a follow. And then you did an open verse challenge for sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hopped on it.
You did one?
I did.
No way.
I want to show it to you when we wrap up.
No way, dude.
Because I low-key thought I killed that. And I'm like, I hope he sees it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I didn't see any of them.
No,
dude.
it's all good. But it was just super fun because before getting into radio, that's what I was into. I used to love to write music and DJ and whatever. But, this is another passion of mine. So...
Dude, that's crazy that you did. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to show you. It'll be fun.
I can't wait to see it.
Now we got the big show coming up here in Denver. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the beginning of your tour?
Yeah, well, so this is technically the second half.
Okay.
So we just started the second half yesterday. We played in St. Paul, Minnesota yesterday. But we did 9 shows on the East Coast about a month ago.
Dang.
And then I took a couple weeks to I did some traveling and did like radio all over the country. I did West Coast radio and things.
Man.
Yeah, and so did that and then got back, had like a week off, and then we just left for this back half of the tour. And so, yeah, it's going to be epic, dude.
Is being on the road, is that grind, that like different hotel each night, is that something that you're like just itching for?
I guess, yeah. Like I love doing the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the worst part about it is that I'm not with my dog, dude.
Yeah.
Like I miss my dog.
What's your dog's name?
Her name's Loki.
Shout out to Loki.
She's the
one
best.
time.
I actually wore on stage last night. I have a shirt that says Loki in huge letters, and then it's like a bunch of pictures of her. I wore that on stage last night. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, it's so much fun, dude. It's such a blast to be out and, you show up and. It's so crazy. I know I said it once already, but it really is so crazy to see. You're on the other side of the country, and these people come out and spend their Monday night with you,
right,
singing these songs that you made with your friends in your friend's bedroom. And like, I think that's the cool thing about it is that even though I am signed to a label and I have a song on the radio and get to do a lot of really cool things, at the end of the day, it's still just that. Like, it's me and 2-3 of my best friends just in my buddy Cam's bedroom where he has a DIY studio. Like every song you've heard, including not the 1975, was made on like a DIY laptop speakers.
The best.
Like, yeah, dude,
I love that.
There's some magic in it for sure.
No, there is, dude. What kind of show can we expect from you tomorrow? And what is it about being on stage? Like, what kind of presence do you like to bring? What kind of energy is it?
Dude, it's high. It's high energy, and it's just my favorite thing about our shows is that it doesn't matter what kind of music you like. There is something in it that you're gonna love.
Yeah.
Like there's so many vibes, and there's highs and there's lows and there's chill and there's pure madness. I mean, there's songs where I swear people are gonna like open up the pit and start moshing.
Oh no, dude, let's
go.
But
I'm like, you gotta be careful. There's like a 7-year-old girl over there.
On
you gotta, So yeah, man, it's just fun. There's a lot of I think the show for me as an artist, it's like anytime I make a song ever, it's like I make the songs for the show. Like every song that we have out is meant for the live set.
I love that.
Yeah, because it's
made
like
to perform.
Yeah, because I always think if this song isn't gonna slap live, then what is the point for me personally? So yeah, it's fun, dude. So a lot of screaming lyrics and sweating, I guess.
Yes, sweat is a necessity. Well, you're going to have a ton of Denverites screaming back to you, not the 1975.
Yes, sir.
What is that going to be like, man? Like your lyrics?
Yeah, dude, like I said, it's wild. It's wild. And it's so cool just to see how many people it connects with.
Yeah.
And because you can look at your Instagram views and your TikTok views and your streams all day long, and I don't think it ever feels real until you see the real people in front of you.
Right.
Because like I remember, for years living in Nashville as a songwriter, I would always be like, dude, I can't even imagine what it would be like to have a song with 1 million streams. And then you write a song with 1 million streams and you're like, all right, I'm going to go about my day because nothing is like any different. So it doesn't
really change.
Exactly. Like it doesn't hit you until you see the physical bodies of people in the room. Like they're holding up signs, wearing shirts. Like you meet people after and they're like freaking out. It's the coolest thing in the world.
It's
dude.
well
really
said
is.
because there's like, one thing to be said about internet and social media, but getting that actual person-to-person human connection. Like that's why you're in this industry, right?
Yeah, and I think that's the most important part about all of it. Like I think my favorite thing about my project is that I did come onto the scene as somebody who started on TikTok.
You okay?
But I very quickly like got out of that. Now I don't feel like a TikToker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a musician.
Do you think with that is there some sort of like derogatory kind of thing? Like, oh, you're just from here? Or like, do you think like, is there like a certain tier you have to hit for people to be like, no, like this guy's legit. He's not just another XYZ.
Yeah. Dude, I just think it all depends on how you connect with the people. You know what I mean? So for example, like one of my best friends who I really look up to is this guy's name's Johnny Frank.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the band Attack Attack?
I have not.
Okay, so they're like this old like, you know, back in 2010 Warped Tour like rock band, whatever.
Sick.
But there were two singers. There was Johnny and then Caleb Shomo, who is now the lead singer of Beartooth, if you know them. They're like huge metal
don't,
band.
but that name is awesome.
Okay. yeah, they're like crazy metal band, right?
Yeah.
But the other singer, Johnny, who's one of my really good friends, he's in this band called Bill Murray.
Okay.
Right? It one word, Bilmuri. You got to check them out after this, dude.
For sure.
They're insane. But the thing about them is like they're not, you know, they have, I think Johnny has maybe 400,000 monthly listeners, which is like good.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a lot of TikTok followers. He's like never really had a TikTok go crazy. He doesn't have a lot of Instagram followers, but every show he ever played, so I got to tour with them.
Okay.
And every show that he played, the set would end, and he would step off the stage in the front, and he would stand there and meet every single person that was at the show. And so because of that, even though he doesn't have big numbers or whatever, he can go to any city in the country right now and sell 1,000 tickets. And like,
so dope, bro.
I think that's like so.
Oh yeah,
it's so cool, dude.
That's the real deal.
Yeah, and so I feel like I learned so much from being on the road with him on how to just connect with the people, and that it doesn't matter if you're going viral or not, as long as, you know, the people that love you and you love them back, they're gonna stick around forever. So
absolutely, bro. And I hope that your fans stick around for a long, long time.
Me too.
You're definitely a talented dude. Looking forward to your show here in the Mile High, Lost Lake Lounge. Tell me, before we wrap this up, I know you got a new record on the way.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Change Your Mind.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about this track.
Bro, I am so excited for this song. So this is, you know, these days, this year, like Noah Kahan and Zach Bryan and people like that I think they're making songwriting cool again.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, like being on the air and you're talking up your, you know, Duas and Aries.
Yeah.
And then it's like Noah Kahan. And then it's like Post Malone. And there's like these different, I don't know, it's like a different avenue.
Yeah, dude.
But it's super fun.
Yeah, it's super cool. And it's just like, I mean, like Stick Season is like, dude, that is a songwriter song. Once called me forever, now you still can't call me back is crazy lyrics. Like
bars.
Yeah, like I mean that's wild. And so I love that stuff, man. And I love, like I said, I am a songwriter at heart. And so I love that stuff so much. And so Change Your Mind was the song that I was like, I'm gonna take my stab at like this kind of vibe, but then obviously keep it a KNOX song and, you know, throw the electric guitars and the big moments in it. But I'm just really proud of the songwriting, dude. I think the songwriting is really creative and like almost artsy in a way. And so I don't know. I just think it's one of those that I was like, this is kind of in right now. The stomp clap vibe is in right now, and I think we could take a really good swing at it. Right. So yeah, that's pretty much. This is my attempt at just being Noah Kahan, basically, is what's happening.
Hey, that's not a bad lane to take.
Right, exactly, dude.
And I already have on authority from my PD that when the track does drop, I'm going to feature it.
Dude, thank you so... Dude, that's wild. Thank you so much,
I can't wait. So, any final words for the Mile High City?
Dude, I would just say for all of you that live here, thank you so much for listening to my music. If you're coming to the show tomorrow, I can't wait to see you there. And if I'm not seeing you at the show, I will see you next time when we sell out Red Rocks.
Oh, let's go. That would be the best, bro.
Yeah.
Well, for KNOX, I'm JR. And remember, it's cool to be you. Peace.
Amazing, dude.
Bro, thanks so much for that.
Of course, bro. That was awesome, man.